Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Looking to throw right away is Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Watson. His throw incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually the catches was thrown to him. And that play, he simply dropped it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Watson looks to throw again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not anywhere near the guy throwing the football.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. First carry for Nick Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Ioannidis bullying
his way in and sticking him to the turf. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And it'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Did they get in there and knocked another one away? But then maybe that time being gone. Next defense is going to bring it.
Yes, indeed. That time is going forward. Incomplete pass. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here.
York able to send this one through.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 18. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the... And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play fake. Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the Panthers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, here's Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson, and that is taken in by Njoku. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15, 1st and 10.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion and 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off off of play action. It's Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to reveal just how quickly the defense got to him. 2 seconds on the nose. Not much you can do there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, was able to make the sure catch, and put the down marker back to run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From his goal line here, Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Panthers turn to their nickel set. Here's Egan running for 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. That's taken on the 25. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Step it up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Hey, 133.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield looks to throw. Another catch there for Waddle. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2nd catch for him today. The 1st down. So another weapon just picked up via the train, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
So 39 now. They'll come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Come on, guys. Let's make a play here. It's about time, fella.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Here's Watson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On first down, Watson. And here he's got Graham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Watson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down at 5.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb,
his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
A give running right. It's Hubbard.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's get two.
Mayfield down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind.
Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, 77 yards.
And the Browns use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This take it in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Regular. Hurry.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
King. Point it right.
Mayfield. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Waddle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Trucks over him. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I'm expecting a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let it continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Watson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Mayfield. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they got the yards they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Mayfield checks this down to Hubbard.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Mayfield to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Now Mayfield.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here's Baker. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jackrabbit Jenkins. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Cleveland, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.